All right, hey, I'm Roger McMullen at Admiral Custom Roofing in Atoka, Tennessee. We're out here in Atoka doing a roof today, and I want to give y'all an example of the roofs that we put on and the material that we use. Just give y'all a little insight on how we do things. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to tear the old roof off, and we're going to check all the decking. And this is a piece of decking, and we're going to get all your nails out of it, all your old felt, everything, and it's going to be down to raw wood, and we're going to check your wood and make sure it ain't rotted or make sure it's nailed good and properly installed. After that, we will put on our drip edge. It'll go all the way around the house, your gables, your eaves, and what it does is, a lot of houses when they frame them, they have a gap in between the fascia board and the plywood where squirrels and birds and rats and wasps and all kind of stuff can go inside and get in your attic. This right here will stop it. We use this drip edge. It's got a wide facing on it and a wide back, and it just covers more. The next thing we would do was we would put on our felt, and we have multiple choices of felt. This felt here is just your old 15-pound felt that's been being used since roofing was started. It's pretty much cardboard paper soaked in a little bit of tar. Our company will not use this. I've never put this on a house. It's just, you know, it tears easy. It's not waterproof. It crumbles. It buckles up when you lay it down. It will not do you no good. And I'm not going to put a product on your home that I would not put on mine. Ice and water shield. We have two ice and water shields we use. This is a Rhino G. It's got a sticky back to it. It's got some granules on it. It's made by Owens Corning. It's a real good product. We use it in the valleys and around where the wall meets the roof on a standard roof. And if you was to get one of our higher packages, it would go all the way around the perimeter of the roof. And that way, if we get an ice storm or something like we got a couple of weeks ago, when the ice goes to melt, it's gonna melt over your attic first. And then what's at your soffit's gonna stay froze, and that's what creates an ice dam. And this right here will help protect the water from leaking in. And the good thing about ice and water shield is it's waterproof. If we drive a nail in it, it adheres around that nail to not let the water in. It's just an excellent, excellent product, and it will save you a lot of money and a lot of headache if we get an ice storm or a big heavy rain that, you know, your roof won't perform on. And then we got the Rhino. This is the felt that we probably use the most. I mean, it's a standard synthetic felt, and we use this every day. It's a good felt. I would put this on my mama's house. And then what I would put on my personal house, and which I did, would be the titanium 50. It's made kind of the same as the 25. It's weaved in, but this right here, I can put it on your house for 180 days and expose it to the elements, and it would be fine. And this is what I prefer to use, you know, in some of our packages. This is what I put on my personal house, and it's a real good product. Water resistant, I mean waterproof, and it's good for 180 days on the home with nothing on it but this. Then we'd put on our starter strip. Our starter strip goes all the way around the house, around the perimeter. It's got a sticky part, and that seals your shingle. Now, a lot of people will take a 3-tab shingle and turn it up like this. And then they'll lay your architectural shingle or your 3-tab shingle, whatever you're getting installed, on top of it. And then right here, you have nothing sticking. So that when the wind blows, it just flops up. And the way shingles are laid, if you get this bottom one laid up, coming up, the rest of them are gonna come up because you're gonna get that wind under it. But if you use the starter strip, now I'm gonna try to hold these together. If you use the starter strip, you can tell you got sticking right here at the bottom of your shingle, at the beginning of it. This is your 3-tab, which we may do 1 to 2 roofs a year with the 3-tab shingle. I just don't like them, and we try to talk people out of them. But it's just the old standard 3-tab shingle that's been put on for years. Then we will have our Oak Ridge series. It's our architectural shingle. It's got a 50-year warranty with it. It's a good looking shingle. It's a nice shingle for everyday roofs. And it's very, very budget friendly. And then we have our Duration, which is a little higher end shingle. It's also an architectural. You see, look at it, you can't tell the difference. Except for this Duration has a nail strip in it. Gives the shingle 130 mile an hour wind rating. And it gives us, as my crews, a place to nail. So that's a good shingle. Then we have our Flex, which is what we're putting on this home today. Our Flex, you look at them, you can't tell the difference. But there's a lot of difference in them. This Flex has the nail strip, and it's also an impact resistant. And it's also has SBS in it, which is a rubber formula that they put in the shingle instead of asphalt. This shingle can be laid in 100-degree weather or -40. You can roll it up, and it will not crack. You cannot crack this shingle. You can squeeze it, do whatever you want. It does not crack. This is our ridge vent that we use. This is made by Owens Corning. It comes in 4-foot sections, and we calculate your add square footage versus your intake and outtake to figure out how many feet you need. Because you can put too much ridge vent on a home and it does it absolutely no good. It'll be just the same as not having none at all. This is our pipe boots. This is just a regular old pipe boot. You have to change these out. I think max you'll get out of a pipe boot like this is 10 years. I've seen them start failing in 5. Depends on the climate and how much airflow you have in your roof. But I got a cure for that, and this is the ones that I put on my personal house and the ones we're putting on this house. This is a lifetime pipe boot. It's a great product. It's guaranteed not to leak, and if it does, the company will pay us to come out here and put this pipe boot back on for you. It comes in multiple colors to match your roof, and it's just a good product. Now let's talk about our options of the ridge cap. Ridge cap is the piece of shingle that goes on top of your ridge vent or up a hip, or what a lot of people call it is the top of their peak. A lot of companies use a 3-tab ridge cap, and this is a 3-tab shingle. And what happens is over time, when you lay it up on that ridge and it's bent, you get a crack in it. It's not made to bend, it's made to lay flat. So, you know, depending on your pitch is how long it'll last, but eventually it will crack. I've been on 30-year roofs that had 3-tab for the ridge cap, and the ridge cap be naked, and the roof still have granules on it. It don't work. It's not supposed to be on there. And plus, if you put a 3-tab on your roof and you have a manufacturer defect, that gives them an out to say, hey, you didn't properly install your roof. The first ridge cap that we use, this is our most popular one, is the Pro Edge. It's made to bend. It won't crack. It's made, that's what it's made for. It's cut just like a 3-tab, and a lot of people can't tell the difference. I'm gonna hold it back up for you. See, looking at it, you don't know the difference. The regular homeowner won't know the difference. Ask your roofer, hey, what kind of ridge cap are you putting on? And if he can't tell you, find you somebody else. Our second one is the Dura Ridge. It's got the nail strip just like the Duration. So with this right here, you get a whole 130 mile an hour wind rating with your roof, all the way to your ridge cap. It's made to bend. It works fine. The next is the Flex Ridge Cap. It's made of SBS. It's impact resistant. And if you hold this one up, you can't tell the difference. One's a Flex, one's just a regular Pro Edge. You can't tell the difference by looking at them, but there is a big difference in them. The Flex is made to bend. This is what I have on my house. You can roll this shingle up too, this little ridge cap. It will not crack. It's a good product. Everybody uses these Coil Nails roofing these days, but there's a difference in the nails. I'm gonna get a little closer. This nail has ridges in it, so it kind of works like a screw so it don't back up. We get a lot of calls every day, hey, my shingles are popped up, and we go out there and the nail's done backed out. And it's just because they just used a slick nail, and over time with heat and cool air, the nail backs out. But that's the products that we sell. That's kind of similar to what you'll get when you call us. We're going to give you options. We're going to let you pick your roof for your budget. A lot of things you need to ask for is, you know, you need to do your research on your company that you're talking to. Make sure they have their state license. Make sure they have insurance. If one of these guys falls off his roof and gets hurt in your yard or gets killed, God forbid, his family can sue you as the homeowner because it's on your property. If you got a company that's got insurance and all that, that falls on their insurance. Make sure, you know, check them out on Facebook. Ask one of your community groups, hey, have you ever heard of this roofing company? See what they got to say about it. Check your BBB. Check your Google ratings. Do all that. My name's Roger McMullen with Admiral Custom Roofing. Now that you've seen the products we use and the steps that we take to install your roof, you can rest assured we'll put you on a good quality roof. You can reach us at 901-837-0180.